biome is the boreal forest, also known as the taiga. These cold forests are found just south of the Arctic tundra in northern regions across North America, Asia, and Europe, and above certain altitudes in the High Sierra and Rocky Mountains of the United States. The boreal forest is found between the 50 and 60 degrees north latitude. Boreal forest represents the largest terrestrial biome. The length of growing seasons is 130 days, but the current extensive logging in boreal forests may soon cause disappearance. Seasons are divided into short, moist, and moderately warm summers and long, cold, and dry winters. Temperatures are very low in the boreal
For the
forest.
taiga, the warmest months are July and August, when temperatures range from 10 degrees Celsius to 15 degrees Celsius, which is about 55 degrees Fahrenheit. The coldest month is December, when temperatures can drop about negative 27 degrees Celsius, which is negative 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Organisms that live in a community must interact. One way to show these interactions is with the food web. The organisms at the bottom are producers. They are the base of the food chain because they produce their own food through photosynthesis. Other organisms are consumers. They get food by eating the producers or other consumers. An example of two producers in the taiga are peat moss and the black fir tree. Some examples of consumers are insects, mice, squirrels, crossbills, moose, caribou, owls, fox, lynx, and wolves. An example of a keystone species is the wolf. The reason for this is that the wolf keeps the population of herbivores, such as the moose and caribou, down. Without the wolf, these animal populations might jump dramatically and eat too many plants, causing the biome to be thrown off balance. A specialist species is a species that has very specific environmental or diet needs. The crossbill is a bird in the taiga that is a specialist because it only eats conifer tree seeds. If the trees are cut down, the crossbill will be forced to migrate or become extinct. On the other hand, a generalist species can survive in many different conditions. A generalist that lives in the taiga is the fox. It can live in a variety of climates and will eat many different rodents, birds, and sometimes even insects. Generalist species tend to be more successful in surviving.
The wolverine have keen senses of smell to detect prey. They also have large, wide feet which give them an advantage in the snow. The wolverine have strong jaws which can crunch open bones that other animals can't. The Katkat cat is the tiniest cat. Their size is an advantage when it comes to food because they are able to survive on less food. They can also climb trees or brawl the ground by day or night. The lynx have thick fur coats to survive the cold winters. The bill-crossed birds eat the conifer seeds, but they have to pry open the scales of the cones, which take a specialist to do. This moose can digest coniferous needles, which help them survive.
In the taiga, an example of a symbiotic relationship is the black spruce and the lichen. The lichen lives on the spruce tree and eats dead matter that the tree produces. In return, the lichen makes nutrients that help the spruce tree grow. It is an example of a mutual relationship because both organisms benefit. Another kind of symbiotic relationship is parasitism, when one organism benefits but the other is harmed. An example is the brainworm and the caribou. The brainworm lives inside the brain of the caribou and may eventually kill it. Lastly, another type of symbiotic relationship found in the boreal forest is commensalism, when one organism benefits but the other is not harmed. An example of this is the bald eagle living in an evergreen tree. The eagle gets a home, but the tree does not seem to be affected.
In the boreal forest, there is endangerment of species due to habitat loss, pollution, logging, and hunting. Some of the endangered species are grizzly bears, which are located throughout North America. There are currently about 60,000. An abiotic factor is hunting, logging, and road construction. A biotic factor is that there's not enough water. Another endangered species is the beaver. There are about 6 to 12 million beavers. A abiotic factor is that it's distant from the sea. A biotic factor is that the bald eagle and fox prey on it. Another endangered species is the red fox. There are about 240,000. Abiotic factor is disease. Abiotic factor is habitat degradation and a decrease in population. An endangered species in the boreal forest is the bison. Today there are about 500,000. Some biotic factors are disease and predators. Abiotic factors are temperature range and water availability. Boreal forests store vast amounts of the greenhouse gases deep in the soil and trees. Cold temperatures prevent the complete breakdown of dead biomass, so the carbon is accumulated over time. Research is finding that 60% of boreal forests are degraded and fragmented. Logging, mining, and purposely setting fires are leading causes for destruction in the boreal forest.
Although the taiga conditions are harsh and cold, it is home to many different animal species that have adapted to survive. However, there are few plants that can live in these temperatures, so the plant biodiversity consists mostly of different kinds of conifer trees. The biggest threat to the taiga is deforestation. In Canada, only 5% of the land is protected, and 50% is available for harvesting trees. Another major threat is the development of land in order to get petroleum in places such as Alaska. The third greatest threat is global warming, because if the climate gets warmer, deciduous trees could displace the conifers, causing unexpected changes in the biome.
Its bulk helps to conserve body heat and also broadens its menu. It's so big and powerful, it can even bring down an adult caribou. For its size, it's said that the animal can eat more